Today I want to talk about conflict because I think essentially conflict is what fuels a story. And in Valkyrie Saga and Valkyrie Ragnarok, we have a bunch of conflicts that really the whole story is built around. We have the humans and we have the Ven, basically the major races. And between them is really the major conflict. So similar to a lot of fantasy settings, you have more humans than any other race. But then the Ven come along and they threaten everyone, but it's humanity in a large way who is responsible for combating them. And they reach out to the dwarves and they reach out to the elves and they come together to create the Valkyrie. So that's the first conflict. The second conflict sits with the dwarves, and the reason for that is I'm a big fan of dwarves, but I really wanted to change things up a little bit. And for the dwarves, their role as creators is still maintained in the setting, but for them to create the Valkyrie means a great sacrifice. What that sacrifice is, I haven't decided yet, but ultimately they will have to make a choice, and that choice will lead to their demise and the creation of the Valkyrie. Then we also have the elves, and again, I didn't want the elves to just be pointy-eared fairy folk wandering around in forests. They are basically drug addicts, and they are hooked on entertainment, they're hooked on stimulants, and they're hooked on feelings and experiences in a way that only someone who's long lived can be. The orcs are hyper violent and they are tribalists. They fight for position in their tribes, and all of that comes under threat when they have to basically put aside their wars to join together and fight against the Ven as well, and join the humans and the dwarves and the elves. Any setting can have a number of conflicts, and those conflicts are not always a people against another people. Sometimes, especially in fantasy, they'll be against an ancient power or magic itself. So in Ragnarok, the magic has a cost, and I want to talk about that next time. But ultimately, there's always a decision. Do I resort to magic and suffer the consequences, or do I do it under my own power? I want to basically know from you what you think. If you think it's sounds like something interesting, if you have any more ideas that you want to shoot my way, put them in the comments below. And yeah, really the only reason I'm doing these vlogs is because I want to get feedback and I want to get other people's opinions, because I found often with any idea, the more I throw it back and forward, the better it becomes. And there are a lot of people out there who have better insights into some of these things than I do. In a sense, like I know many people who have made some great role-playing content, who have written great stories and so on. And yeah, you are the guys who I want to hear from. But I also want to hear from people who are playing RPGs, who sit at the table, who gather around the table every weekend. What are the kind of things you're looking for in a game? So that's it. Thanks very much, and thanks for joining me for the second vlog, and I'll see you next time. Cheers for now. Bye.